Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yay, it's a brand new day. I am still, of course, feeling somewhat depressed about everything. And sort of another thing on perception is there was this one person on Twitter who had said something about, these things didn't happen back to back, what's your problem? But it's your perception of things is all different. When you are depressed and you're dealing with grief, yeah, it may have been 6 years and then someone dies. And then 2 years later, this horrible thing happens to the remaining person. That feels back to back. It's like you're still reeling from this. You haven't even gotten your breath back and you're still trying not to stumble. And then wham, you're knocked backwards again. And so you're still reeling. It feels just like whack, whack, whack. It may be years in between, but all this stuff, grief and mourning, the depression that comes from all this, it affects your perception of everything. So, thumbs up for that anyway. That was Kathy Kitscat who had pointed that out. Very, very good. I'm glad she did. I know things, but I forget things, being a human being, and being reminded of things at good times is a very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. Past that, I've just been living. I've been struggling with, like I say, the depression, but I've been fighting against it because I know it is just perception. Depression is a great liar. Depression says that all these things are going on and they're going to be bad and everything leads to nothing but ruin, but depression is an excellent liar. When you are in a bad state of mind, when you're depressed, or when you're not thinking clearly is the better way to put that. If you are really depressed or really upset or really angry or really happy or really elated, you are not thinking clearly. So you're going to come up with weird conclusions. It sounds to you like you're adding 2 + 2 = 4, but in reality you've got like 1.98 + 3.2 = 7.3. Yep, that's 4. We're good. Well, no, you're not thinking clearly. And that's what happens. It's not a value judgment. It is life. That's what happens with our brains. But yesterday, I made as many videos as I did because with my depression, with all this stuff happening, I can't afford to let the darkness in just by having spare time to sit and brood. And even though depression is a huge liar, when you've got it so ingrained and it's constantly talking to you, you got to do things to force it back out and say no. So I made my gaming videos yesterday to keep myself working. And there is no right or wrong way to deal with depression. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. There's no right or wrong way to mourn. It's all individualized. If people try to tell you you're taking too long, or you're doing this too shortly, or you should be taking time off, or you shouldn't be working, or you should be doing this, it's all individualized. No one can tell you how to do any of these things. They can only tell you how they would do these things. So don't worry. How you deal with things is how you deal with things. And if you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, emotionally or physically, and it works, then do it. So I made videos yesterday. I'm going to continue to make videos today. I don't feel good enough about life yet to pop my adornments back on and look nice. So that'll hopefully be tomorrow. So I'm feeling not better. I said this in comments. You know, there's the old phrase, time heals all wounds. It doesn't heal. Time does not heal wounds. Time just puts bandages on the wounds. Time just gives space for you to put other things between you and the wound. The wound never hurts less. The wound never heals. But it's just farther away and covered under layers and layers of bandages. But it works. So thumbs up for that. On the other bad side, though, as much as I have been sleeping because of all this happening, yesterday afternoon, once I hit a certain point, I was falling asleep just constantly. And then after my video was posted, 6 o'clock onward, I was going to go walkies last night, and I kept falling asleep all evening. So finally, I just went to bed at 10:30. So I woke up about 5-ish. So at least I slept, and that's a good thing. I just didn't get anything done yesterday other than just those videos, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I've got things that I need to get done, but I also have a little bit of time. I'm not dying unless I get something finished. I'm not immediately going to become homeless, but the risk is always there. You know, it's not immediate because of help from everybody out there so that I can deal with things, and thank you all so much. But I don't have the huge pressing thing, which is nice. It's nice. Also, as an aside, last night my housemates went and gave me 2 cannabis concentrate dabs off of their oil rig, and it was nice. It was very nice stuff. Holy smokes. It was very, very excellent. They usually buy 20 to 30, sometimes $40 for a gram of stuff. Whereas when I can afford concentrate, I have to get like the $8 or $10 per gram concentrate. And there's a huge difference in quality and taste and all this stuff between high grade stuff and low grade stuff. The high grade stuff looks very clear. It's very nice and almost transparent. Low grade stuff like I get kind of, you know, it can look like blobs of pond scum. But they had given me some oil dabs. The first time I was handed the oil rig, the titanium nail on it was red hot, and so I of course brushed it against my hand, and it immediately blanched white where I hit. And I took my oil dab, and then I worried about it, and then I went and I got an ice cube and I put it on there. And now, after putting an ice cube on it, I've got just a little spot where it's hard for me to turn my hand for there, but I don't even know if you can see that. It's a spot right there from brushing my hand up against the 700-degree titanium metal spike. And it only hurt and never blistered, but when I went to bed, then it hurt. Oh boy, did it ever. But no damage, no mark. And I don't know how I've been so lucky. I don't know if I mentioned this one or if I did too much detail about it, but also about a month and a half ago, I was boiling water and making spaghetti. So I had boiling water, and then I had the strainer, and I was holding the strainer with this hand, and I had the pot of water with this hand, and I dumped the boiling water with pasta into the strainer. And I didn't just dump that into the strainer, I also dumped boiling water all over my right hand. Now, for me, my perception of it is I stared for like 5 minutes at my hand before turning on the water and putting my hand under the cold water. I didn't keep it under there for long, but again, that's perception. I could have held it under there for 2 minutes. It felt like 30 seconds. And then I went and dealt with just the rest of my day. My hand was I got a couple little mini blisters right across through here. And my whole hand was kind of pink for the next day. And oh, it felt really tender, like someone with great big hands had just gone slap with my hand in the middle. So it was like, ow, ooh. But past that, I came out of that with no real damage. So I have been so incredibly lucky with this hand and burning damage. But again, I've severed this nerve, and even though the nerve has grown back, it was as close to being completely severed as is humanly possible. They measured the electrical conduction between here and here on the motor nerve, and there was nothing. They got nothing. But nerves do grow back, and it did. But there's, nerve damage. There's like scar tissue in the nerve fibers here, and it just doesn't work well. It's clumsy, as evidenced by the fact that I keep doing dumb things with it, and one day I'm gonna badly hurt it if I don't knock that off. Thumbs up. So past that, I just stayed in and tried to watch videos, tried to play video games, and that was good. I can't really think of anything that I really did last night. But I never feel like I'm doing anything if I'm just sitting and watching. And this is why I also stopped watching TV back when I was a kid. I stopped watching television while I was in high school. I mean, I still would watch shows or stuff with family, and I still do stuff like that now. If there's something interesting, I'll stop and watch for a while. But I don't like to do that. For whatever reason, in my head, sitting to watch something is akin to just sitting and doing nothing. Wasting time, you're just wasting time. You could be doing something useful. And yet, what I call useful isn't always useful, because to me, an evening spent playing video games is infinitely more used time, better used time, I think is a better way to phrase that, than sitting and just watching videos all night. What is the difference? Time lost? The same. What did you accomplish? The same. The only difference between watching passively and doing something is up in here. Now there is a big difference though. When you're watching television, they have found that the brain waves you have in your brain when watching TV are the roughly equivalent to those who are sleeping. I don't know if it's the same when you're watching YouTube videos, but I don't like sleeping. And so I don't like to watch and just sit passively. I like to engage with what I'm doing. That's why video games I can find and I'm doing something because I'm thinking, I'm puzzling stuff out. And of course, with the paraphrasing of this old thing, and it was one of, because I have forgotten, I can find it out real easily, but I'm doing a video, so I'm not going to Google it, like Plato or Constantinopolis, whatever the hell the other name of that Greek, it's not Constantinopolis. I did that name just to be goofy. I can't remember the exact name of the, Socrates, Plato, but it's of course they used the phrase man because back then that's the way they rolled. But it's a man is never as active as when he is sitting and thinking. And I believe that when you're engaging your brain, when you are using that organ between your ears, it's an amazing thing. And I find that infinitely more useful than just sitting and being passive. In the end, is it any different? No. No, it's just perception. Thumbs up. I have gone through and I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And this is the issue with memory that I always talk about and then forget what I'm going to say on. Because of my memory, it is a range of 20 to 25, because even though I count in American Sign Language with my depression, fibro, brain damage, mourning, and more, my memory is getting better all the time, but fun. So let me call up my crone. And we have Russian Timing, thank you very, very much. And Samuel Hart, greatly appreciated. Josh Price, thumbs up and thank you. We have Lucifer, thank you so very, very much. Dragon Spheres, greatly appreciated. We have Kathy Kitscat, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Anthony Valdez, thumbs up and thank you. We have Matthias Exeler. I bet I'm wrong, very wrong, but thank you nonetheless. We have JG Valid, thumbs up and thank you. Working People Unite, darn straight. Thank you very much, and you are very correct. Hong Wing, I'm nowhere close, but thank you very, very much. Conspo Lopez, greatly appreciated. We have V Hazard, well, thumbs up. And Stormy Montgomery, however it's pronounced, my sincere apologies. Thank you very, very much. We have, R. Stewart, thumbs up and thank you. And Matt SCFC84, thumbs up and thank you. Bailey Snyder, greatly appreciated. Aaron Kurtz, Itchy Nose. Aaron Kurtz, thank you very, very much. We have Teen Vegans, thumbs up and thank you. I shouldn't laugh at that. I don't know why that struck me as funny. Thank you very, very much for the very kind comment. Cheesy Stuff, thank you very, very much. And then we have Cameron Savage, 5050 J fan, thumbs up and thank you. We have Pandolf, greatly appreciated. B Reginald Thunder, good thing to be if you are Reginald Thunder, definitely. Thumbs up and thank you. And then last but not least, we have Dewey, D-E-W-E-I, it looks like, _69. Thank you all so very, very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is an awesome thing. Thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated to no end. Oh, holy smokes. And then I forgot to do this yesterday. No big surprise, the way my brain is dealing with all the stuff happening in my life. But if you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you would like to help me out, but you don't want to send money to one of those, I have a PayPal link that you could contribute to. That would be very, very cool. And if you wanted to support me but didn't want to send money, I also have an Amazon wish list link down below. If you could check that out, I have things like cat food, hamster food, people food, silly things, not silly things. That would be cool if you could check it out. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. 3D House of American Sign Language Motions. Something like that, anyway. So I got this video, I got another video to make. I got behind on my Reddit reactions because I did not feel like laughing at all yesterday. So if I can, I'm going to try and get a Reddit reading reaction done today. If not, I got another video. So you take care. Have a great day today. Gosh darn it, my nose. It just feels like there's 5,000 cat hairs flooding my nostrils when I start to talk. You take care. Have a great day today. And I will see you on the flip side. Very good. Take care of yourself. Don't feel bad. And if you watch TV and it satisfies you, then that's awesome. Everybody's different. And for whatever reason, from my childhood, it got rubbed into my head that way. Hey,